CIA Exam Part 3. Business Knowledge for Internal Auditing IIA-CIA-Part3-3P. Real exam questions are the best material for you to practice the topics. 1. In order to provide useful information for an organization's risk management decisions, which of the following factors is least important to assess? A. The underlying causes of the risk. B. The impact of the risk on the organization's objectives. C. The risk levels of current and future events. D. The potential for eliminating risk factors. 2. Which of the following is not a common feature of cumulative preferred stock? A. Priority over common stock with regard to dilution of shares. B. Priority over common stock with regard to earnings. C. Priority over common stock with regard to dividend payment. D. Priority over common stock with regard to assets. 3. Which of the following is always true regarding the use of encryption algorithms based on public key infrastructure, PKI? A. PKI uses an independent administrator to manage the public key. B. The public key is authenticated against reliable third-party identification. C. PKI's public accessibility allows it to be used readily for e-commerce. D. The private key uniquely authenticates each party to a transaction. 4. An organization had 3 large centralized divisions. One that received customer orders for service work, one that scheduled the service work at customer locations, and one that answered customer calls about service problems. These 3 divisions were restructured into 7 regional groups, each of which performed all 3 functions. One advantage of this restructuring would be A. Better internal controls. B. Greater economies of scale. C. Improved workflow. D. Increased specialization. 5. All of the following are possible explanations for a significant unfavorable material efficiency variance except A. Cutbacks in preventive maintenance. B. An inadequately trained and supervised labor force. C. A large number of rush orders. D. Production of more units than planned for in the master budget. 6. Which of the following is not a method for implementing a new application system? A. Direct cutover. B. Parallel. C. Pilot. D. Test. 7. Which of the following statements is true regarding the resolution of interpersonal conflict? A. Unrealized expectations can be avoided with open and honest discussion. B. Reorganization would probably not help ambiguous or overlapping jurisdictions. C. Deferring action should be used until there is sufficient time to fully deal with the issue. D. Timely and unambiguous clarification of roles and responsibilities will eliminate most interpersonal conflict. 8. An organization is considering mirroring the customer data for one regional center at another center. A disadvantage of such an arrangement would be A. Lack of awareness of the state of processing. B. Increased cost and complexity of network traffic. C. Interference of the mirrored data with the original source data. D. Confusion about where customer data are stored. 9. The market price is the most appropriate transfer price to be charged by one department to another in the same organization for a service provided when A. There is an external market for that service. B. The selling department operates at 50% of its capacity. C. The purchasing department has more negotiating power than the selling department. D. There is no external market for that service. 10. The decision to implement enhanced failure detection and backup systems to improve data integrity is an example of which risk response? A. Risk acceptance. B. Risk sharing. C. Risk avoidance. D. Risk reduction.